Hello, in this Cocos2d-x video we're going to show you how to make your project as bare bones as possible. This is a Cocos2d-x JavaScript project. If you're interested in this for C++, we've got a video covering that, so check that out. What we mean by bare bones is, by default you get a bunch of files generated. You get stuff like project.json, main.js, you got some res files. Res files you can just literally remove all them. You want to leave loading.js, but we're not really interested in that. It's more the code files, because you got resource.js, app.js. But the reality is, we don't need the app.js, though we need a form of an app.js. There's a lot of code in there that we don't need. So what we're going to do is actually just remove the app.js and create our own app.js. It automatically updates here. Though I'm doing this in Xcode and I'll be building it for iOS, process is exactly the same. If you're doing it in Eclipse, Android Studio, or just using command line and some sort of text editor. So we're not going to be creating a different video for Android. So first of all, just to make it simple, we're going to duplicate this. We're going to rename this to fresh scene, because the app.js was a scene file. It's going to remove everything in the fresh scene. And what we need to do to start setting it up, we need to do var. Now we need to create our layer. And the layer is where we would actually add all of our items to, so like backgrounds, buttons, characters, that sort of stuff. I'm just going to call it fresh layer equals cc dot layer dot extend curly braces, close off the brackets right here. Inside here we're going to do ctor, which is the constructor. The code formatting in Xcode for JavaScript is terrible, so I'll sort out the indentation in a moment. And in here there's just two lines of code that we need. This dot underscore super and return true. You would actually put all the code that you want to put in the constructor, stuff that you're going to start setting up your scene. So you're going to create any variables, initialize any variables, create any sprites, buttons, that sort of stuff, and actually add them to the scene. That sort of stuff you would do in constructor. Basically what you show to the user when they first load up that particular scene without them actually having to do anything. And in here, like I was saying, all code goes here. That's actually the constructor done. Yeah, sort out the indentation, and now what we need to do is create our scene, because the scene is what will be loaded up. We're going to do fresh scene equals cc.scene.extend. I'll put extend up there, sorry, should be extend, my bad. That obviously will cause problems. Put a semicolon. In here we're going to put on, enter, colon, function. So basically when you enter the scene, something's going to happen. And in here it's going to be this dot underscore super. Need a dot actually, not a comma. And this is a method. And now we need to do var layer equals new fresh layer. So we're just creating an instance of the layer. Now we're going to do this dot add child, and we're going to add the layer to the scene. So layer, so we've just added this particular item, which is an instance of this fresh layer, to this scene. Finally, let's sort out the code formatting. We'll sort out this. Okay, we've actually got the scene all set up. You don't really need to do anything else in Indenta. Anything that you want to do when the scene loads up, you do in here, and they can create methods here as well. All simple stuff. The only last thing that you really got to do is if you go to the resource.js file, no, sorry, project.json file, the JS list, and this is a list of all the JavaScript files. Resource.js, just leave that as it is because it's a good file to basically add any assets you got so you can easily refer to them using these names. It's sort of similar to what you would do with hash defines in a definitions header file in C++. I think this is fantastic, so I'm not going to remove this. Like I say, in project.json, you need to rename this because it's no longer called app.js, it's called freshscene.js. If you add any more JavaScript files, not just scenes, but JavaScript files, you just need to put comma, quotation marks, wherever it's located. So in this instance, it will be source, then the name of your file, .js, then comma again if you're adding more files. Let's just undo that because we don't have any more files to add. And the one last thing we've got to do is go to the main.js, and where it says new hello world scene, we need to change this to whatever scene is loaded first. For us, as we've only got one scene, it will be the fresh scene. So I'm going to copy fresh scene, put that there, and there you go. So if I were to run this now, you shouldn't actually see anything. It should just be blank, but we get no errors because the fresh scene has now been loaded up. So that's how you make your project, in our eyes, as bare bones as needed. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on our education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk/questions.php. There'll be a link in the description. Forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment and subscribe, as it really does help us understand what you like and what you don't like about the videos. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.